big, so he's going to be out for spring. And that was our two starters going in. So, and one's going to be a junior, and the other one's going to be a sophomore. But the good news is both of those guys got a ton of experience this year and really learned a lot, and obviously had a great model in front of them with those guys as to what we got to do. And I think they'll provide great leadership. So that's the good news. They'll be all right. The bad news is they're not going to get any reps, and all the reps are going to freshmen. So with the exception of Xavier Kelly. So, but Xavier's kind of new too because he doesn't have a lot of reps. So it's going to be a great spring, a chance for Xavier to get all those reps and see if that light comes on, he's ready to put it all together. And then offensively, we'll go in with 4 seniors up front and good experience at back, good experience at receiver. Got a couple new guys at tight end, that will be mixing in there. So we'll see how it all works out. But we're excited about it, and I think this group coming in here is going to really help us have the depth we need this spring to develop our team. That's it. Spring game's April 6th, by the way, if anybody's interested. So hopefully we'll have a great crowd for that.
Niles and Jordan are going to be okay come summer.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah. They'll be all right in the summer. But they're just going through Niles had been battling a little pec issue, and it was kind of one of those things that he could or couldn't, and as far as going ahead and getting it fixed, but he just felt more comfortable about going ahead and getting it done, and especially I think with the experience he got this spring, I think he feels good about his development, just wants to feel 100%. And
with the walk-ons, does that mean Herb Street now has to say great things about you guys?
No, I don't think it works that way, but I think he's got to do his job. We got to do ours.
I was going to ask about Logan Cash, if he was going to play end or tackle, but now it sounds like
I appreciate you bringing up Logan too. He right now we'll probably start him at end for sure. Just kind of see how it goes there. But he's a guy that's at home right now. He actually had to have and he should be okay for spring, but he actually had to have his appendix out. It just hit him like a last Sunday, and had to rush him to the hospital and had to have his appendix out. And I guess that's a little more common thing than you maybe know of, but he's going to be fine. But he's recovering from that, so he actually had to go home this week where they could kind of keep good care on him, and so but we'll get him back here soon and should have him out there ready to go.
Yeah, but you mentioned the tight ends and some new bodies. Davis and Jalen are a couple guys that are coming in, and Jalen, a lot of expectations on what he's done. Can you talk about their development and how much you're going to need them this year?
We're going to need them big time, because Cannon's gone, Mylan's gone. Garrett most likely won't be back in the fall. I mean, he's around this spring and going to be out there helping us, but he's dealing with his health issues. He's getting his knee back right, and he's got a lot of things he's dealing with. But he really wants to go into the military. So right now I'd say he's probably not going to be back, but we're just kind of leaving that open-ended right now. Just kind of see where he is once he really gets healthy, what he really wants to do. But right now that's probably the direction he's going, is to go ahead and he wants to be a Navy SEAL, wants to join the military, and he's excited about that. So it's big. I mean, this is a great opportunity for JC this spring. He's going to all of a sudden, and he's really improved, but he just hasn't had as much opportunity. We've had some veterans in front of him, but this is going to be a huge spring for him because he is the veteran. You go from being really just kind of in the back of the line as a rookie, and you got all these vets, to now all of a sudden it's a whole different deal. You walk in the meeting room over here and you are the veteran. So there's a different expectation for JC, and I'm excited to see how he's worked really hard. He's gotten strong. I mean, I'm excited to see how he develops in his role, and then Braden. It's a whole different deal for Braden as well. He came in here last year with, really having a lot to figure out, and man, he is super, super talented. He needs this is big for him to get a lot of work this spring, and then to get his tail in that weight room and to continue to develop and grind. I mean, he's got a lot of opportunity as well. And then Jalen and Davis, the two freshmen coming in. You know, Jalen is here. He's as good a looking a kid as you're ever going to see. He's right almost 6'6" and can run. Just in camp, he's as talented as I've ever seen in our camp, on our practice field. Just athletically, his ability to run and change direction, his length. So I'm really excited that he's here. That's going to really help him. And then Davis Allen, another big-time athlete. He's a big lefty pitcher. He's a basketball player. He played both ways in high school. He's just a big athlete that we're really excited about, and we think he's got a bright future. So he'll get here this summer. And then we got a kid named J.L. Banks who walked on here last year and had to sit out because he had started out at Georgia Southern, I think. But a great kid, and just wanted to walk on at Clemson and came in here. And he's kind of that Garrett type guy, you know, a little bit more of that fullback mindset. So I'm excited to get him out there, and he'll have opportunity to get a lot of work too. But we got a good group.
You mentioned Braden. Is there any update on the appeal?
No, I don't have an update on it other than, you know, Dan is in. They're handling all that stuff, and they're working through that whole process still, just like we said out there, trying to really kind of find out exactly, you know, where it came from, or is it some type of contaminant or something that. So there's a whole process that they're going through, and you know, but at some point there'll be some type of closure and appeal and all that, and so I don't know when that's going to be, but you know, I can't really worry about it right now.
What can Braden do during all that?
I think practice, he can do everything. It's just, you know, he's ineligible unless he wins his appeal. So it's kind of where we are. Same thing with Zach.
Do you know if they've had any luck, made any progress trying to?
I don't. I know it's a huge undertaking, and I really have not been in that loop. I've been gone. I've seen Dan maybe just like a minute here and a minute there over the last several weeks, but I know that. But they're all working through that.
Debo, I don't know how much contact you've had these few weeks with Trevor or with Justin, but these are young guys who achieve something momentous. I mean, it's one thing to play well during the season. It's another thing to win a national championship. How have they kind of dealt with it, handled it? I mean, are they still just the same guys they were,
same guys.
September?
And we got a team meeting in here at 4:15 today. And when they walk out of here, they'll have, if their feet are off the ground, they'll have them back on the ground this afternoon. I can assure you that. But no, those guys are awesome. I mean, and that's why they've been successful, you know, because it's not like we just showed up and had one good game. I mean, there's a lot that goes into the preparation, and those qualities that they possess is one of the main reasons they were able to perform the way they did in those moments. You know, they're just very mature young people that are about the right things. They're focused on the right things. They put the work in. They're not entitled people. You know, they're just grinders, and they're passionate about it. And you know, they're on to the next thing. I went to maybe two Sundays ago. I went over to, you know, the big thing around here is this intramural basketball. That's nobody, like, this is huge. Like, these recruits, nobody really cares what they can do on the football field. What they really care about and what they're really excited about is who they're going to put on their intramural basketball team. So it's funny because it's like a bunch of vultures. You know, here's Jalen Lay, and so the first thing they do is evaluate, you know, whether they want them on their team or not, and it kind of all, you know. So anyway, I got a chance to go over a couple Sundays ago to Fike, and I saw my son Will and his team and his little group, and I think they're in like the D2 league or something like that, and you know, but it was fun. Got a chance to watch them play, and then I went over to the maybe the 1AA league. I'm not sure. They call themselves the Roy team, you know, so they're in the Roy league, and that was Trevor and Rencher and I think Kayvon and I think Tremaine Ankrum maybe was on that team, but you know, just a bunch of, you know, they got their, you know, they're out there playing basketball, and then And then the show shows up. All right, here comes all these guys walking in. They got their orange warm-ups on, and they strutting in the Fike over there. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, okay. Now we got something. And I look up, and it's Justin Ross, T. Higgins, DeAndre Overton, Cornell Powell, Jordan Williams. And now Jordan's out for spring, by the way. But, hey, it is what it is, you know. These guys need to be kids, too. Jordan Williams. Jalen Lay, I'm forgetting somebody. But I mean, it was unbelievable. And they're playing some little fraternity team that should be in the D2 league, but they're in the big boy league. And it was first thing still, and Justin slam dunks one. So anyway, they're just having fun and enjoying being college people and doing what college kids do. But it's a lot of fun to see that group. So they're all. Doing their thing, and all these guys have gotten put on their basketball teams, but it's a big deal around here, man. I mean, it is. It's a big deal. Who's getting picked?
But you didn't ever worry about, like, the talk right afterwards was, well, Trevor's ready for the NFL now, and he needs to withdraw and spend 2 years getting ready. Did you ever worry? Do you ever worry about that kind of
No, I don't worry about that stuff. Why would I worry about that stuff? I mean, you have zero control about that. Did they say Tua should withdraw last year and leave too? I mean, and whatever else. I mean, everybody can't go to the pros, but it's one day I would say for sure that if that old boy stays on track, he's gonna have a chance. But I mean, and I know somebody's talking about the minor league or whatever. I love that. I've said that for years.